Hey guys, Kobe and Tara Mikasich here out at Freedom Wake Park. Today we're going to do another instructional video for our friends at Monster Tower. We're going to go over beginner wakeboard tricks.
So we're going to be going over carving drills and wake jumps. These are two major things that are going to elevate your riding. So carving drills is something that I always encourage our students when they're at Freedom Wake Park. This is one of those things that's going to elevate your board control and make you a more consistent rider. When doing a carving drill, we like to edge out on our heel side. I'm left foot forward, so I edge out on the left-hand side of the wave. You go on the outside where the clear water is and then the wake, and you basically bank off the wake. You're not rolling back into the inside of the wave, but you're banking off of it like a surfer would and then edging out. The purpose of this is to really learn your edge control and gripping the rail. So you're not relying on the tail of the board, but you're relying on your edge control with your toes and your heels and really getting good grip with getting the board up on its edge. And that'll give you a lot of control. This will help out not only on your takeoff on your wake jumps, but also on your landings. When you're doing your carving drills, make sure that your weight distribution is even on your feet. When you're putting down pressure, you want even pressure on your front foot as well as your back foot. So experiment with your weight distribution. Make sure you're centered on the board.
The goal for carving drills is to work on both your heel side cut and your toe side cut. So we want to have really strong, aggressive, controlled edges where you're keeping your shoulders back and your hips underneath you. The other part of it is changing edges. Anytime you're switching from your heels to your toes or your toes to your heels, we're going to go to one hand and really work on controlling the line and just keeping it smooth. Carving drills are something that you're going to continue doing the entire time that you wakeboard. I like to start every set just carving around the wake and getting connected with my edges, and I feel like it just keeps you improving your wakeboarding skills. So the next thing we're going to cover is wake to wake jumps. This is something that you can start with one wake jumps to really make sure you have all the elements down, and then we like to shorten the rope and gap wake to wake. There's a few key elements that I think are most important for wake to wake jumps. The first thing is I like to turn in kind of slow. Start your edge real soft and controlled. As you get close to the spray line, that's a good indicator of when you should start edging harder. So as you get to the spray line, get on it a bit, really dig into your edge. And then the whole way up the wake, you want to be starting to rise and stand taller and taller and taller so that at the very top, you're maxed out. Whatever your height is, you're fully that tall through the top of the wake, and then you'll get a really nice floaty jump. It's also a good idea that when you land, you go to one hand. It'll keep you nice and controlled and not getting a hard tug from the boat.
One thing to look out for, if you feel like you're getting bucked and pushed back on the takeoff, it's because your angle is too far away from the boat. Try to stand up more so when you hit the wake, the energy lifts you up and doesn't buck you back. The mistake people make is they try to lift their feet up before they take off completely off the wake. You want to make sure that you're pushing all the way through the wake and making sure that the tail of the board releases nice and clean.
There are a few solid keys to really help your toe side wake to wake. The first one is to keep your body in line. So if your board is pointed at the wake, you want your hips pointed at the wake and your shoulders pointed at the wake. That's going to keep you in line and really strong for the leverage that you need. Along with that, we want to keep our back shoulder kind of hidden from the boat. We don't want to be facing the boat, obviously, so if you turn that shoulder, that'll help you. And then I just try to take my midsection and press it forward over my toe side rail and just be really smooth all the way through your takeoff.
We'd like to thank Monster Tower, and hopefully these instructions will help you enjoy the sport much more.